Hey guys, welcome to the Explain Like I'm 5 session by the Dapp List. We started this series to run you through how to make use of the project on the Build Launchpad. Let's get into it. Today we have with us Arnav from Nibbl. Arnav will go on and tell us about Nibbl, introduce himself, and tell us about all of the really cool stuff Nibbl does. Arnav, over to you.
Yeah, I'm the founder of Nibbl. I've been working in crypto since 2017. Started off by getting an internship at Gnosis, then did my own thing, and then also worked at Biconomy and Zilliqa. So I've worked in companies spread throughout the world. Basically, Gnosis was in Berlin, Biconomy India, and Zilliqa was in Singapore. So at Nibbl, we are building a fractionation protocol. The idea is to allow multiple people to collectively own an NFT, and we are building a protocol that allows someone to come in and take an NFT and fractionalize it by creating fractions of the same. Then there's also a feature where if someone wants to unfractionize it, where once an NFT is fractionalized and they want to, basically make it whole again, so we have a cool, innovative solution for the same. And yeah, right now we did our successful launch on beta, got around 500 people to test that out, and then planning things for main launch, which will be announced soon. And we are actually incentivizing some of our community members by giving them a fraction of a doodle. And you can see the doodle actually on my PFP right now on Discord. That is what we are going to fractionize, and we are incentivizing a lot of our community members who are going to test out our platform, who are active on our socials, etc., by giving them the fraction of this NFT.
Cool, that's nice. Doodle is one of the NFTs that people get fractions of by participating in the protocol. Is that correct?
We have like multiple things that they can do. We are going to announce them soon, actually. So,
Okay.
now, for example, it was just like interacting with our tweets and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But we have like a lot of other things as well that we are planning. Like, for example, they can, if there's some sort of treasure hunt, and people are going to be active on our Discord. There's some very fun activity that we are planning. So it's not just people who will use the protocol. It's like a lot of interesting things because the value of this doodle is also pretty high. So it's not, we've bought it around $17,000. So I mean, you can incentivize a lot of people with $17,000, and also we are going to do this on Polygon. So that we will have a lot of people who will be winners of the fraction.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Sounds pretty interesting. Yes, you can incentivize a lot of people with $70,000. All right, awesome. So we'll go real quickly into our Explain Like in 5 session where you can share your screen and you walk us through the Nibbl app. Pardon me, the Nibbl app where we just give us a quick primer of how everything works and a bit more in depth to some of the really or relatively complex applications of the Nibbl app. So the floor is yours. Please let me know if you can share your screen and we can fix everything in between.
Yeah, so this is right now in Polygon, for example. You can see some trending. This is not like real NFTs, actually, they are fake mutants. Yeah, I know Nilbik also has a mutant. But yeah, anyways, the process is that we have this main platform where main discovery page where you can find fractional NFTs, and like you can go and find them, that you can apply some filters and stuff, like which have good volume. You can see if there's a buyout happening and can specify value range, etc. And then also here we have like these two views, actually, NFT hippie or DeFi degen, where you can, for example, in DeFi degen view, you can find NFTs which have a lot of with some percentage and names. Like it's more based on price, and FT hippie has like these images. But yeah, anyways, in order to fractionalize, actually, you can come in, and it's a very simple process. We just pick up NFTs that are in your wallet. You come in, approve the NFT. Um, like let's say I'll come and approve this one. And once you are done with the approval, you're basically giving approval to our smart contracts. And I'll just wait for this. And in the meantime, I'll fill out this form. So let's say I want to fractionalize this sort of blue mutant. I'll just call it like blue. And you can select some symbol name that you would like to give. So here I'm calling it blue. Name is the name of the token, like a token, and symbol is the symbol.
The symbol, like ticker.
And then you can select some valuation essentially. So valuation is like at what valuation you'd want the trading to start. And when you select valuation, you will see that this initial liquidity sort of pops up. Here, for example, you can select, if I select like this minimum, this is like the minimum liquidity that you need to add for, trading to start. And once you're done with valuation, you can also select how many fractions you want to create. Like you want to create like 5 fractions or 20 or whatever. You can like select, based on that, and then you can add like the liquidity. You can also see here royalty percentage. Royalty percentage here refers to the, like basically whenever there is trading of the fractional token, some percentage of fees go to the original NFT fractionalizer. So it's like royalty in OpenSea. So whenever, like example, you are buying a fractional token, like say putting in $100, $1 will go to the original NFT fractional. And then you can select like buyout time. Now, what this means is that let's say you want the NFT to remain fractionalized till the next 2 months or whatever. You can set a buyout time such that the NFT, can't be bought out by anyone till that time. And basically, how it works, like the why we added this feature is like on our platform there's a buyout functionality which allows someone to unfractionalize the NFT. But as the original owner, let's say you don't want a buyout, you don't want a buyout to be triggered for some time, and you want to distribute your tokens to the community over a sustained period of time, and you want to basically have, you want to build a very good amount, like a decent size of community. You can actually set a very high timer. Let's say you can set it for 2027 or whatever. Then till that time, buyout will not happen and NFT will remain fractionalized. After that, can be happen. Yeah, can be triggered by someone. So once that is done, I filled out this form. I'm just clicking on fractionalize. Okay, so this is confirmed. But yeah, on this page also you can see some details. You can trade. You have this buyout history. You have this chat, which is essentially a token gated chat, and you can add token to your wallet. You can view the token on Etherscan, etc. So this is Polygon scan actually because it is done on Polygon, and you can see here, for example, this is blue mute holders. So essentially, this token is that gets created and is an ERC20 token, and it has all the basically that it can be used in DeFi, etc. And yeah, like you can see, for example, here you can come in and trade, and there is right now there is no trade, so there is no actually trading chart. But like if you want to, let's say someone wants to buy a fractional token, they can come in and put in some money, like let's say 0.01 ETH, and yeah, you can see they will receive some tokens. So yeah, on Polygon, it's on Polygon, so the transaction got confirmed really fast. So now you can see that I put in some money and now it has gone up. We use a bonding curve for trading, and how this works actually is that uh, when someone puts in money, the curve mints new tokens and it also increases the price of the token. So for each unit of Matic, the price keeps on increasing, and then when someone sells, the curve actually comes back. So let's say in this case now I want to sell 54.64 before, then I will almost get back my amount. The amount is less because there is fees, the curator fees. and you will see that the curve will almost come back to actually this initial fractionalization point. So we use a bonding curve for trading, and it has a lot of advantages. Yeah, you can see that right
Yeah. So
now.
this is a replica of the pump, you could say, of typical tokens when they rise up in price as buy pressure increase, and they
Yeah,
come back in value as sell pressure goes up.
yeah. And yeah, so that is trading. It's very simple. It's very similar to trading any on any like DEX, etc. Then if you want to trigger a buyout, you can come in and like click on start buyout, and you'll be able to trigger a buyout. For example, I'll come in and trigger a buyout. Essentially, with buyout, the thing is that you can come in and trigger a buyout at the current valuation, and you need to actually deposit money. You don't need to even deposit like all the money. You need to deposit valuation minus liquidity that is already in the system. So let's say the valuation was $10, $100, and there was liquidity of $10. Then you just need to deposit like $90 in the system. So that is what you were seeing. And once this is triggered, there is a timer of 4 days actually, and in that time frame, let's say 4 days, if the valuation actually increases by more than 15%, then the buyout is rejected. Otherwise, the buyout is accepted. So how we sort of think about this is like, let's say there's a whale and they want to come in and trigger a buyout, then they can like they are basically putting in money into the system, and they are actually trying to buy out the whole system. So they can actually they are then putting money into the system, and if the community feels like the NFT should remain fractionalized, they can put in money and increase the valuation. So that is how we are designing the system, that if people really want that the NFT to remain fractionalized, they should increase the valuation. So they
All
don't
right.
need to do voting or on-chain voting or etc. etc. And it can be the current community, or it can be even someone from outside. If they want that NFT, they might feel like that a good floor is established for this NFT, and it makes sense to put in money right now at this valuation. So they can also come in and actually increase the valuation and reject the buyout. I can show that process, but that will take like a lot of time. I don't think we have too much time because
I think I
that,
get the general idea. Did you get the general idea? So
yeah,
that is one of the reasons why you are not allowing buyouts to be instant. Because at first, if I want to buy out an NFT, I'd love to execute the transaction in seconds, not having to wait for 3 days. But it's waiting for 3 days is a form of decentralizing a decentralized product protocol, right? Because once
yeah,
that NFT goes to one individual, it becomes centralized. It becomes one entity's product ownership, right? But
yeah,
with
yeah,
a
yeah.
fraction, with spreading it across fractions, is decentralizing it and not selling out instantly is giving the community an opportunity to say, okay, this NFT is about to go into one person's wallet, which means a centralized positioning. Let us increase the valuation so it still stays decentralized. So that's actually very interesting because at first I thought as a buyer, I was upset that I had to wait for 4 days before my order is approved. But from a community standpoint, I think I like it. It's pretty interesting.
Yeah. And we have this actually infographic as well on the
Mm.
platform that explains this process. Like there's a whale or a shark. I mean,
Right, yeah, exactly.
they come in and trigger a buyout, and then there could be there are two camps in the community. One would be people who want it to remain fractional. One could be that they are like happy, like they are able to get good value for their tokens.
For the token,
And
yeah.
yeah, so the that people, we sort of call them crabs. Yeah, once this is done, like once that buyout is triggered, these crabs, they band together, and they might not do anything, or they might actually also, what they can do is like, let's say some the community is putting in money, they are increasing the valuation. Let's say in this example, for example, buyout was triggered at 100, and they are increasing the valuation to rejection at 115, then the crabs might actually sell also between 100 to 115, and that will decrease the valuation. So this is a proper like buyout game where these crabs,
Yeah.
they want to make profit of they, because if the buyout succeeds, they will get money at 100 each valuation.
Mm-hmm.
But buyout is like unsuccessful and the community is trying to reject, they might actually they might sell at a good valuation. So there's this battle between fish and crab, and either fish can win or crab might win. So we have like this where fish wins and the whale loses, and we have this where crab and whale they both win. And obviously it's an infographic of there could be like I mean there could
Yeah,
be
it does portray the general gist. Like I said, after the explanation, I have a good hang of why a buyout being in a spreading it across multiple days can be
yeah
useful for everyone. It's like a fair chance. Oh yeah, I remember something similar to this. It's the purchasing a domain name from Solana's ecosystem, right? When you're about to buy a domain from Solfida, I think it gives you 7 days. So you place a bid and it gives you 7 days before you actually purchase the domain. What it does is it's giving everyone else a chance to sort of compete for that domain. Even though I think it's pretty annoying, as opposed to like ENS, where you can purchase a .eth domain instantly, well in a couple minutes. The bone feeder or soul feeder, I can't remember, buying is .sol domain. It'll broadcast the order and then it'll wait for 7 days. And if no one bids in 7 days, then you win. So as a buyer, I don't want that, because it means anyone can just bid and increase my purchasing price unnecessarily almost. As another interested party, someone's about to buy a domain name that has my name, I get to compete and it's seemingly fair. So, again, the same analogy I think applies here. Keeping the NFTs decentralized, quote unquote, fractionalized. The community comes together and takes up the price and sort of defeats the will. Yeah, I think that's pretty cool.
yeah Once it's fractionated a project, this NFT, it's like a public company in a way, to be honest. It's like
Yes, exactly.
and I don't agree actually with the Solana thing. I mean, I think that is
From a buyer, I really don't agree. It's yeah.
But yeah, anyways, and also I'll move on to the next thing. We have this also token gated chat where you can come in and actually like chat something like and this is like, so the original person, they can edit, for example, how much token gating amount they want. So let's say they want to have people who hold more than these tokens, and only they should be able to chat, right? So like if I have those many tokens, only then I'll be able to chat. And let's say I increase this number to like 1,000 or something. Like if now I can see, but I won't be able to actually write. Yeah, you see now I am not able to chat because I don't have those many tokens. So this we have built directly in the platform where people who are buying these tokens, fractional tokens, they get they are able to form a community around them. Like it's not just that they are able to form a community, and it's not just about buying.
For the tokens and for the money. Yeah.
Yeah, and we are also going to add some interesting token gating features here. Like for example, we will announce them soon, but we are like basically we are trying to make them more of a social play where people are collectively buying this, and it's like a social experience of buying this NFT, adding it on Twitter. Then, for example, you can with this token gating, you can like for example do a token gated chat, a video call, community call, uh, and so many other things. Like you can meet in some metaverse. Like that's sort of also the direction we are going towards with this. So yeah, that is basically the platform. There is trade, there is buyout, there is chat, and yeah, you can come in, discover new NFTs. You can fractionalize. You can even fractionalize a basket of NFTs. You don't need to and have like let's say you have five punks or five moonbirds or whatever, and you can create one token representing ownership in the same. So that is also possible. Yeah.
Oh, awesome stuff. Awesome stuff. Thank you for that intro slash explanation slash deep dive. into how Nibbl works.
All right, a huge thank you to everyone who joined in the Explain Like I'm 5 session today. Thank you, Arnav, for this really interesting and intriguing and explanatory walkthrough of Nibbl. Super exciting stuff. I'm excited about what the future that Nibbl has and everything in between. So for everyone who's joined us, if you want to see more videos like this, please go to our YouTube channel and find all of the Explain Like I'm 5 series and watch them and have fun. And if you'd like to see really interesting alpha in the crypto space, remember to like this video and subscribe to our YouTube channel so you don't miss anything. That's all from us here at the Dapp List. See you next time.